And this is Michelle Hale, your East Bay Stamp Chick and Fun Stampers Journey Coach. And I wanted to share with you one of my most requested cards that I have. Everyone pretty much has requested this card, and that is this one right here. And it's a wonderful thank you card for anyone in the military. And maybe that's why it's so requested, is we have a lot of thank yous going out to all our people who serve us. We make that card with our Hero die set from Fun Stampers Journey, and it is a really great stamp set with 9 different stamps, and then you receive 5 dies if you choose to buy the bundle. Right now this is a retired set, meaning it's being discontinued, and originally this set sold for $31.40, and because it's being discontinued, it will be selling for $23.55. So a really great deal to get both your stamps and your dies for $23.55. The bundle is BD-0130. That's B as in boy, D as in dog, -0130. Or you can still buy just the stamps if that's all you want. But this is one of my favorites, and like I said, it is one of my most requested cards that I make. So I just wanted to walk you through how I make this card. Really simple. First of all, what I've done with this card is the background is all made out of stamps. So we're not using any patterned paper. We are just using regular cardstock. So we have our buttercream is our base, okay, and that is a standard card. It's a 4 by 5.5 inch card. Then I have the green olive cardstock, and I wanted a really small border of the buttercream to show, so I cut that at about 3 7/8 by 5 3/8. Then I used the oatmeal, and this one I cut at about 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. So it's really kind of skinny borders on there. So that's all it takes as far as paper. And what we did is I guess, I used all the stamps except for one to create the background. So what you can see here is I took an acrylic block and I just put them all on. You can do it in any way that looks great to you. You can lay this card out any way you want to. And then the one remaining stamp is what I used for the raised image. And I did that again out of the green olive. So once I have these on here the way that I want them, I took our green olive True Color Fusion ink, and I just applied that, and I like to really pounce that on there and get it really good, so I know that we're going to get a really nice clear image. It's going to look really good. Okay, now one of the tricks I like to use, whether you're using a really large stamp or like I'm doing here where you've got tons of little ones on the block, is instead of flipping it over and pressing it onto the paper, I'm going to put the paper onto the block and then rub. And in that way, that's going to help me make sure that I really do a good job at getting the whole image on here. And so I'm just going to kind of look at this and try and center it as best as I can. I'm going to lay it down, hold it in place, and just rub across, making sure that I touch on every stamp that I have on here. You can press or rub. Just want to make sure I get a clear image. So I get everything. Sometimes when you flip it over and try to press from the top, you have these little areas, if your surface is not perfectly flat, that they just don't come out very good. All right, so this came out really good. I think this looks really great. Really nice clear image, and everything's on there, I think, really great. Okay, so let's set that aside. And this is what this is the look we're going for, right? So all we have to do, this card is so simple, is next I'm going to take some of our Journey twine. I love this, comes on this giant spool, super great deal. And I am just going to wrap this around a few times. And then we'll cut that off. Okay. And I'm gonna start tying it, and I am going to, what I like to do is I like to take one of the ends and I like to just loop that underneath the whole bundle of twine. And then I bring that through again. And then we're gonna tie that really good. And I'm just gonna put a little bow. So again, like I said, really simple. All right, and then you can trim the tails to whatever length you want them to be. And I'm just gonna, I think, work that, make it straight. And I'm gonna bring this down. Now, when you're working with this stamp set, I've done this card a few different ways, and it just depends what is really important to you and what you want to show once you put your image on top. So some people, like for me, I really want the thank you for your service to show, but other people may want the Our Hero or this great little quote to show. So you have to arrange your stamps in a way that is important to you, okay? So what you want shows. All right, so at this point, all you have to do is put some adhesive on the back of each of your layers, okay, and get those lined up on your card. And when you put your adhesive across the back of this panel, go right over that twine, and that helps hold it in place and keeps it secure so it stays right where you want it to be. So then you just line that up, and then I have foam squares on the back of my little soldier, and I can put that on and right there, and the card is done. So you can see completely done. Now, super easy, another card that I made with the same stamp set. This one does not have the green olive panel, and it doesn't have the kneeling soldier, and it has kind of like this little cutout area for the dog tags, and I did more twine on it, and that's been another really requested card for me. So I've done this set several times. It's one of my favorites. I'm sorry to see that it's retiring, but I know that we'll have lots of great things coming out because we have new products coming. So get it while you can. If this is something that you love and you've got a military person that you want to thank in your life, then you need this set. So you can watch my videos on YouTube, East Bay Stamp Chick. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook as East Bay Stamp Chick Michelle Hale. If you love any of these products or want to know more information, feel free to email me at eastbaystampchick@gmail.com, or you can find me on funstampersjourney.com/mhale, and that's my page, and you'll see my picture there. And you can check out any of the great products that we have. Our retirement sale has over 500 items that are retiring and discounted, and that will be through the end of June while supplies last. So if you find something that you love, you want to get it right away, we've already have some stamp sets that have sold out. So if you love this, check it out and find me there. Thanks so much for spending time with me, and happy crafting.